Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I thank the ranking member. I rise in opposition to the majority's Polluters Over People Act, a massive handout to some of the world's most profitable and most powerful corporations, a big oil giveaway that would hike the deficit instead of helping families, instead of protecting our planet, instead of lowering costs for consumers and slashing energy bills. Republicans seem to have just one priority, and that's helping the rich get richer. Through price gouging and war profiteering, big oil has doubled their profits to record level. They're hoarding millions of acres of our public land, and they're using these unprecedented resources to line their pockets. Exxon just announced a $35 billion in stock buybacks. Chevron's shareholders are pocketing $75 billion. And yet, what's the Republican plan? Triple down on allegiance to big oil, give away more federal land, invite more offshore drilling, unleash more pollution into our water and our air and our land, and leave the taxpayers footing the bill. Climate change is here. We don't have time to wait. Americans know that securing our future means investing in clean energy. Families know their health depends on it. Economists know our prosperity depends on it. And the Pentagon knows our national security depends on it. It's only MAGA Republicans who don't understand our future depends on a thriving, clean energy economy. Last year, we proudly enacted the largest climate investment in history. And now we're proudly voting no on the Polluters Over Peoples Act. I yield back.
Friends, the time to act is now. More states have confirmed that new relief is available for their residents, but you will not automatically receive this relief. Lawmakers are urging that those who are eligible to claim this aid before funding runs out. Today I'll be going over all of the eligibility requirements, so please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, please stay tuned because at the end of today's video, I will be announcing the two winners of today's $75 Walmart gift card giveaway. Stimulus checks and tax refunds have been a lifeline for millions of Americans who are grappling with the economic fallout from the crisis. Many of these payments help the American people stay afloat, as inflation has only increased. An inflation gauge the Federal Reserve follows closely rose slightly less than anticipated in February, providing some hope that interest rate hikes are helping ease price increases. The Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, excluding food and energy, increased 0.3% for the month. That was lower than the 0.5% January increase. One economist told CNBC News, inflation will likely be below 4% by the end of the year, giving the Federal Reserve some leeway to cut rates by the end of this year if the economy falls into a recession. The Fed's own unofficial projections, released last week, pointed to perhaps one more increase this year and no reductions. However, traders expect cuts this year, with the end-year pricing for the federal funds rate at 4.25% to 4.5%. That is a half point below the current target rate. While inflation has ebbed in some areas, it has remained high in others. Shelter costs, in particular, have risen sharply. Fed officials, though, are looking through that increase and expect rents to decelerate through the end of the year. Inflation is likely to remain well above the Fed's 2% target rate into 2024. And officials have said they remain focused on bringing down prices despite the current bank turmoil, as a way to assist their residents with the rising cost of living. Several states have approved financial aid. For example, Colorado Governor Jared Polis recently announced a property tax, rent, heat rebate relief credit for qualifying Coloradans to help battle rising costs. The rebate will see qualifying individuals receive up to $1,044 a year. And when applying in 2023, it could make you eligible for a $1,000 refundable tax credit. The program provides funds to beneficiaries to supplement income for the expenses of heat, rent, and property taxes that affect low-income Coloradans across the state. So in order to be eligible, you must have lived in Colorado from January 1st to December 31st, 2022. Your total income from all sources should be less than $16,925 for single filers and $22,858 for married couples who file jointly. It is important to keep in mind that the credit is paid in installments. So, for example, those who had their applications approved or processed before March 10th will be sent 1/4 of the rebate next month. This will be April 5th for direct deposit and April 15th for paper checks. But friends, if you are a resident of the state of Colorado, you can still receive the payment at a later date if you apply now. Those whose applications are processed and approved by June 10, 2023, you will receive 1/3 of your rebate in July. This week, Governor Greg Gianforte signed legislation into law that will give between $1,000 and $1,250 back to Montana's residents. The package has been dubbed the largest tax cut in Montana history by the Republican governor. It will total over $1 billion. The package provides short-term property and income tax rebates and cuts state income taxes on an ongoing basis. Montana is estimated to have a $2.5 billion surplus, and the governor is giving a significant amount of that back to taxpayers. The package will provide $764 million in tax rebates and reduce state tax collection by roughly $150 million a year on a permanent basis. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey also proposed one-time tax rebates of $400 for individuals and $800 for married couples. The governor submitted the proposed spending plans for the fiscal year that begins October 1st to lawmakers as they resume the legislative session. Alabama lawmakers will debate the legislation over the next several months, likely accepting some of Governor Ivey's proposals and rejecting others. The proposed payments will come from a surplus of just a little under $3 billion from crisis relief funds and an education budget. Well, my magnificent and marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Friday. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community. The two winners of today's Walmart gift card giveaway is Pinky Duncan and Lula Ganelli. Congratulations, my friends! To claim your gift card, please check your notifications page and send me a message, or you can message me on my Facebook page. Remember, friends, I'll be giving away more gift cards next Friday. All you have to do to enter these weekly giveaways is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances, my friends, of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.